And we're live one more time with another fucking episode of Holy Motherfucking Moly. I am fucking chef cooking it all up in there. I am the hostess with the mostest, the high priestess Phoenix. I'm not doing shit, bro. I'm just the messenger of God. I'm like just reporting the nonsense. I am your spiritual healer, though, and I teach you. I'm a shaman, I'm a seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. I always think about people that come in and they're like, dude, this bitch is fucking crazy. At what point, and that's where they leave, I push them to, like, they can't believe. They're like, she's crazy for sure. What's funny is you're attracted to the crazy for a while until it gets just too crazy. It's like, oh, we entered a level that's too crazy. What crazy is too crazy for you? Is it the mystic, the medium that I talk to dead people? The earth angel, my knowing of the divine, right? Is it that I tell you that I'm literally a messenger of God that freaks you out? Or that I know what I was created before I got here and that I'm a reincarnated soul? What part of what I tell you freaks you out? Is it that I can talk to aliens? Which part? I don't know. I'm here to freak you out, blow your mind, and get you the fuck out of my face. Really? Yeah, you have to believe. It's a place of belief. Belief in everything. Shall I pull out the freaking fairy Bible? Let's do that. Just to irritate the flesh. Really? I mean, if you can't believe in fairies, you're never going to believe in the powers of God and manifest the way I do. Like, what kind of drugs are you on? Nothing. What kind of drugs do they currently prescribe you? Ooh, where's that book? God, I don't know where that book is. It's underneath the Quran. Oh, shall we talk about self-discipline, self-control? That's what we're always talking about. What do we got up there? That card right there is from our last video. So in order to keep up with me, you got to catch my last video, anything I posted on my community page, my latest short. The last one was really dark and dingy, and it was very triggering because we talked about sexual abuse and sexual tendencies and how we use our sexual nature for forms of love. As I did that, I turned to somebody. Who did I turn to? The mermaids, the water fairies. Interesting, because we were going through the waters with Neptune and all that. It's this mermaid bath spell for beauty. That is so fucking amazing. Because that's pretty much all I talk about too is my baptisms, and that's all I did today was get beautiful. Method. For this spell, you will need a mirror, preferably a pretty one. We don't do mirror magic. Every mermaid knows as she gazes into the mirror that her beauty in the eyes of the one beheld. If you believe that you are beautiful, there is no doubt that most people will be charmed by you. Okay, well, on page 141, we're not doing all that. Meditation for fairy healing and other gifts. Air fairies. Want to talk about the fairies? The house and hearth fairies. I'm literally turning to chapters. Fire spirit spell for creativity. I teach you magic over here, the element of fire. Meditation to receive gifts from sifts. Meditation to enter the world of the air spirits or air sprites. Yeah, I don't just talk about Jesus. There was a lot outside of Jesus. Jesus brings it all together. Really? Yeah. For example, that is me. Really? That was my last life. Yes? I am the Morgan. Let's move on to that and get out of the fairy tale land that you probably can't even expand your life to believe in, but yet you'll sit there and entertain yourself and watch videos of it, watch movies and, buy tickets and wear it on your t-shirt and, dress up for it as Halloween, but you don't even believe in it. Same thing as Christ and the powers he gives you. Welcome, non-believers. I am the believe it or not. Call me Phoenix, please, and thank you. I'm going to get the guidebook to this shit and guide you through this shit, and hopefully we can guide ourselves out of the shits. All right, the symbolism of the head chopped off has always been me. Excuse me. That was my other life, too. And that's the Kali, and that's currently what we're working through. Destruction, war, and destruction. I'm a little dusty. It's always been a sign to have the head chopped off. Why? Because that's where the ego lies. The mind's knowing is what stands in your way. So, this is what happened. Going back to the serpent, that would be me, Lilith, back there, first version. gave Adam and Eve the apple of knowledge and wisdom. I am the serpent that lives within the tree of life. And I gave them the knowledge and wisdom, and they cursed themselves by this great knowing. And that's exactly why you're cursed, is because you believe your knowing to be the highest knowing, and you know all. You don't know shit. And I'm here to give you the real knowing of the gods again. And so that with that knowing, you can get your way back. But it's your unknowing ways that, your know-it-all ways that has you casted out from the kingdom of God. So the representation of off with their head means taking off the flesh, the conscious knowing, the conscious self. We've been talking about that all weekend too. I talked about my personality disorder and everybody else's altered egos that they project through. Yes? Yes. So that's what the head, off with their head situation is. Got it? Good. Let's keep moving on, shall we now? And of course, I carry my swords. Ooh, ta-da. So we're in a place of victory. My last video, I started with that. I was like, I don't care how nobody feels. It's bright and early, and I am victorious. Really? Why? Because I learned my lesson. Einhorn was a man. Did you hear that? I laughed so hard. I was in the middle of my car. I remembered I said that and just started laughing. I am the funniest person I have ever met in any lifetime. Really? Total joke. We're on number what? 31. What's 32? Ooh, that's a good card. Victory, success, achievement, overcoming odds. Cormac Glossary lists matcha, acorn crop, or what is this? Myras? I don't know. I'm not even going to try. Really? Because the more I try to read their lettering in an English form, you realize that's not how when you put those letters together in their language, it does not make the same fucking sound as ours. I know this when I'm trying to learn Sanskrit or speak well, not so much Latin, but this type shit, Scottish, and when we get into the Welsh words. How many tongues do you speak? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. I'm the fucking serpent tongue. I'm learning. As heads of men killed in battle, here collecting her acorn crop, and that's where's the acorn? It's over there by the tree of life. Do you see the acorn? I always have one. Yes? Acorn grows the great oak tree. It's a long story. It's also mythological. A great battle has been fought on this hill. The Morgan stands holding the severed head of her enemies. On the ground are scattered the shields and swords of her foes. The battle has been hard, but the Tutha can now celebrate and join in voices in the great shout of the final victory claimed. And that's where it was. It's like, I won my lesson. Whose head is on the stick? My own? Not his. Mine. The victory I was fighting was my own shadows, because I was calling in this battle. That's what you don't understand. God didn't send you anything. Your next level. In order for me to love, to go into that next level, which is sex magic, I needed to learn this lesson. Go catch my other video. Moving on. It took lifetimes to learn this. Damn it. That just means I'm about to get my powers reinstated. I'm so excited. Divinatory meaning on 126. Yes. What is it? 1 is new beginnings. 26 is my number for POC. Why? It just is. I don't want to get into it. The battle may have been long and bloody, but you have attained victory. And that's what I told Marshall. I was like, Marshall, you can write a song about this. You don't need my permission to write a song about it. I just want to point that out. I heard that in my car. But it was like, this was a long ass, crazy ass, fucked up ass, losing ass battle. You know what I watched today after that? I watched The Patriot. Never in my life, okay, I always say this, but I really, truly do not believe I ever watched that movie in my life. And I know it was a great movie that got lots of awards and critically acclaimed back in my day. And I sat and watched it. And it was like a great, victorious battle movie. You know what I mean? It was one of the first battles. It's, our independence against, whatever. Moving on. So it was like, I felt it. This was a serious battle between me and trying to understand what the fuck I was even fighting and what I was, losing to. How am I losing this? And that's what it felt like, a losing battle. It's been a bloody one, but you have attained victory. Victory brings with it a time of reprieve and celebration. Enjoy your success. Celebrate it. Just like the Morgan covered in gore of the battle, this may be been a hard-won victory. Take time to enjoy what you've accomplished. Victory can also represent future success, a venture, or project. Just remember the path may not be easy, but victory is attained. And that's just it. Just because, you know what I mean? What did I hear? Doesn't mean everybody's surrendered this battle, is what I heard. You know what I mean? I saw it. It's like as you're walking away, the soldiers haven't got the fucking, they haven't got the no, they haven't got the fucking, the memo that the battle's over. So there's more to be fought. And it's funny because I said that earlier when we were talking about, I think it was yesterday, I was talking about Khalik. It's like I'm getting this vision that you leave the battle and now you just have to survive out in the woods by yourself. And that's what I told you. God's gonna make me sit out here in the fucking woods, just fucking marinating for the next fucking 5-10 days. Really? I mean, shit. Because after it's all done, you have to look at, I mean, there has to be a time to mourn. You can't just go on. You have to really look at what this all meant and how it's changed your world. Sometimes you just burn bridges and run. Throw rocks, start fires, and run. You run out of there. Don't even look back. That's a good method of approach to get through some of this shit. But then when you sit at the top of the mountain and you watch this fucking, you know what I mean? You watch the whole valley of your life burn to the ground. You got to deal with the feelings of it. You can't just be in that state of chaos. You have to grieve the loss. You have to understand, gain the understanding of why you did what you did and what made you make these decisions and what force was driving you. You have to understand it, the whole thing, the bigger picture. Like a failed relationship or a job, or say you went to school and it's like you're fucking 4 years in and you can't take it. And now you got to face your family, your friends. You got to go back home and start all over and be like, I failed. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't think straight. I didn't want to even do the fucking job. The people sucked. I got terrible grades. I was eating fucking, I couldn't sleep. I hated it. If you tell them the truth shall set you free. And there's no failure in not winning at everything you set out to do. I had the best intentions, bro. Like, but I couldn't make it a lifestyle. That's completely forgivable. It's completely forgivable. But at the same time, you sit back and you think about what you did get from it. And that's really what sucks is a lot of these things. I look back at that job, right? It was just a paycheck. But the information that I wrote in Buddha's book right here, that I learned about memory care and what happens to your mind and where these memories, you know what I mean, how they disintegrate and what happens to elderly and how to care for them and stuff like that. The shit I learned was far more important. Like people go to college for that shit. They gave it to me and I'm like, why am I learning all this? I went there, I got paid to learn. And that goes back to college, right? Last night, I told you the story that there was a seed planted in me about going in and doing some college courses. I'm an excellent learner, and there's things I don't know, and they will pay me to learn things. And so that wasn't a bad idea. You know what I mean? Come springtime, let's review that idea, that seed that was planted in me at the beginning. You know what I mean? We'll reevaluate that when life isn't so messy. All right, so enjoy your success and celebrate it. Take time to enjoy what you've accomplished, blah, blah, blah. The path may not be easy, but victory is obtainable. And that's really what it is. If I didn't learn this lesson, I was going to keep repeating these behaviors, which we all do. And it's just really, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with, the behaviors, but understand why you're doing this. I'm only doing this because I want more from this. And that's something that, just basic humanity does not agree to acknowledge. It's sinful, it's lustful, it's whatever. All right, spell for victory. We don't do her spells because she's a weirdo, but let's see what she's talking about. For help achieving victory, take your acorns and write words or draw symbols that represent the things you wish to be victorious in. Well, there's my victory. Victory is often not straightforward. There may be things that need to be victorious. Things that could be stages that need to be reached to accomplish your goal. And I see Kobe, or qualities that could help you. Kobe speaks to that all the time. Is that he sees too many people get down on themselves because they can't take quantum leaps, but it takes baby steps. It took a long time to learn that lesson, bro. Sounds like something we should have learned like when we were teenagers or some shit. So, but that's why we have all these people throwing their bodies all over the place. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies. It's a fucking desperate attempt for love, bro. It's saying we're not worthy of love in such desperation. Yeah. Anyways, visualize what being victorious looks like. When you see it, that's where you got to realize, dude, stand in front of the mirror and what do you see? What does your victorious life look like? Is it really a fucking imagination from your childhood? Like you see something that's not even real anymore? It's not even real in our time? Or what is it? Right? It's that moment, bro. When you see it clearly, hold your hand over the bowl and say some bullshit. I mean, I don't teach you to do her spell work because really you can create your own with God and you can create your own words and your own intentions and your own conversation and affirmations or spells. They don't need to rhyme either. I have this enormous book over here that goes on and on about prayers. And that's what the fucking Santa Muerte book was. Matter of fact, that cunt ass. You cunt ass? Where's that book? I spent money on that book. Let's see. This was all building an altar to this bitch and where she came from and Catholics and all this crazy shit. If you're a male practitioner, you also forge a deep bond with her. You might wish to, as devotees to and brujas, which is witches in Mexico do, to work with her as if she were a mother figure to you or a girlfriend. But remember, if you wish to marry her spirit, you must understand that you are betrothed to her and must love and honor her alone. But she will always be independent and will never be yours. Ah, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Did you hear this? Did you hear this? The fuck off? Fuck off. Fuck off. Hold on. I can't even process that into words in my head. So, okay, first off. Told you some dark ass shit. If you want to marry this fucking spirit, you have to be loyal and loving and honorable, but just know she's not yours. I told you, if there was ever a spirit, I was like, you offer her weed and cigarettes and tequila? This is me. This is me. I know this is me. Wait a minute. And I go searching through the Akashic records and I go looking through all the spirit guides. I'm like, this isn't real. They created her. But I mean, I could just go take her place. They would never know. You're praying to a dark goddess that doesn't exist. I shall be that dark goddess for you, though. Really? What the fuck is this? Say that shit again? Oh my God, Vicky. This is what happens when I open any religious book. I start laughing at y'all. They're like, what are you believing? Oh, men. Oh God, my stomach hurts. Many shamans and witches in Mexico are women. Okay? What did I tell you? I am a shaman and a seer. Many shamans and witches in Mexico are women who are the keepers of erotesic family knowledge, pass such traditions down in their daughters or aunts to their nieces and grandmothers to their granddaughters. Some women pass them to their sons, who then pass them to their children. One such person in something, what is this? Enriqueta? Hey, that sounds so fun. Who made up that name? Hold on, let me practice. My lips are wet. Okay. Enriqueta Romero, known as Donna Cuita. She lives in the rough barrio of Tepito in Mexico City, where she establishes the first known and now famous public shrine of Santa Muerte. Hey, dude, am I tapping into your shit? Am I scratching a wound or am I pulling out a fucking scab off of you, Wolfman? You're all about Mexico City and shit. And do you pray to Santa Muerte and all this? Is this you? Or are you going to go and figure it all out when you get there? Tell me what you find. Don't. They're widows. It's a doorway. Fine, go in the door. Go see what's in there. Bring me back a fucking trinket. Don't marry her. He likes to pray to the dark goddess all the time. I'm going to go tell him to go check out what's going on with this one. I fucking love you, douchebag. As a teenager, Donna Quita was called to worship the folk saint. Her aunt had Santa Muerte altar in the living room and taught her the traditions. After her marriage, Donna Quita set up a small altar of her own in the kitchen where she sold quesadillas to the neighbors. That sounds delicioso. Oh man, especially if it made her own home tortillas. Damn it, you know she did. Many seeing the altar began leaving offerings until it was overcrowded the kitchen and the innumerable candles started, some toppling, started a dangerous fire one day. Danaquita's son was incarnated for the crimes of his mother and was never revealed to me. She told him to pray to Santa Muerte and also petitioned Holy Death to let him be released from the dangerous jail, full of drugs, shanks, and enemies. In 2001, he was freed after Santa Muerte granted Donna Quita the miracle of justice for him. To celebrate, what did she do? What the fuck did Santa Muerte do? To celebrate, she decided to set up an altar on the Day of the Dead in 2001. The shrine became famous. Countless devotees began to visit. They also led to numerous clandestine devotees bringing their skeletons out of their closet. Quite literally, right? Because she used a skeleton. Going public after the devotion of death, everyone from witches to curandero. What is this word? It's in Espanol. Curandero. Okay. Can't say the word. Can you say it in one of your videos and we'll pretend like I didn't tell you to tell me what this word is? Curanderos. I don't know. I never heard that word in Spanish before. My Spanish is not that good. Began working for more openly with Santismia Muerte. But some, as I know, still work on the shadows, preferring to keep their devotion convert. It should be noted that although Enriqueta's story is the most famous, many other important Santa Muerte leaders also began to work openly with Saint Death around this time. Also known to those, what happened? I suppose magic. People would go and put their prayers and then something would magically happen and that made them a devotee. I'm positive. Why would you be devoted to something? For female practitioners, most Holy Death is an excellent spirit to work with. The skeleton saint relates to followers of all genders, but as a female spirit, she's not a spirit. And that's how you know this is all bullshit, bro. This is 100,000% bullshit. What do I tell you? That I am God in the female form. I'm not a feminine spirit. I'm his feminine feelings in spirit. There's no differentiation of man and woman, masculine or feminine. Not in the angels, not in anything. You can't look at Are you serious? You want to know if the fucking dragon is a male or female? You want to know if the fairy is a male or female? It comes in whatever form it's placed in. That's not the spirit, and that's what people don't understand with the LGBTQ movement that's happening right now. Oh my God, Becky. Anyways, she understands the difficulties of women as a mother or sister would. How could she when she never lived? Some call her La Hermana Blanca, the white sister, for this reason. If you're a male, and you want to marry her, then, she's not yours. Set up an altar to working with her. We talked about this, and I did this, and then all this weird shit happened. Next thing I know, I had the devil at my door. Really? Yeah, optional. And it said this, if you didn't fucking change the food every 9 days, and you didn't do all this shit, and she was serious, bro. She had, all kinds of it. And that's what it is. So that guy came up to me. Where did this all come from? This stalker dude in my parking lot. I was in the middle of a full moon ritual, dancing and everything. I think it was full moon, new moon, whatever. I was in ritual. And he comes up and literally touches me and gets me out of the ritual. And he starts talking to me about Santa Muerte. He's like, no, you know, I feel like I'm cursed. And I was like, what are you talking about? Is something bad happening in your life? I was like, and then he's like, no, but I prayed to her and all of this, and now I think she's cursing me. And I'm like, well, I don't know nothing about any of this. And I was like, but if you offended the dark goddess, then you make an offering. You know, just basic, you know, what I did know. Where the fuck is the, hold on, I messed something up. Did you? I did. So the next day I was guided to do all this stuff and find out who is he praying to and what is happening. Well, I saw, and that's where it was. It took me a couple days to get into it and figure it out. And I'm like, God, where the fuck are you? And he's like, nowhere in any of this. And that's where I saw it. And what is it? It's a man-made entity, which is a gateway, which is like the devil. How many people believe in the devil? Okay, and then there's those that pray to it, and it does something for them. People that believe in God and Jesus, it does something for them. People that pray to Allah, it does something for them, right? So you cannot deny that their prayers are working in their lives, and what they're praying to is always the questionable thing. Really? Yeah, prayer works. Never heard that saying? It's where you put your beliefs, right? So there's the thing. So people can believe in Jesus, but then they come in and they're like, no, but you have to do all this to receive all this, right? So then dark practitioners are like, yeah, we pray to Lucifer, and in order to receive his blessings, we have to be these kind of people. This is what we have to do, whether it be sacrifices or offerings. I believe in the same thing over here in my God, that sacrifices. I have to make sacrifices of this world. I have to sacrifice my friendships. I have to sacrifice my relationships. I have to sacrifice my desires of this world to have this relationship with God. That's what they believe too. That's what's proclaimed in all of religion. What are the sacrifices and what are the rewards? And that goes back to it. If your religion isn't calling you to be a better person, it's just asking you to beg for a better life. That's a false God you're praying to, because he's obviously not answering your prayers. If that's all you're asking for, hey, my cards just fell out. Really? My 10-day. I want to move on. I have the Metatron card sitting in front of me, so that's the end of that. Why? Because it's so damn long. Can't even pull out a tarot card on that. Really? Mm-mm. They came with this deck. I bought the deck. I had to go pick up the deck, and then I ended up on a Santa Muerte fucking spree. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to show you, and it works for them. It's not that I'm not going to deny them that something's happening when they pray to this image of their God. All I'm here to tell you is that image of your God is not of God. Well, I guess whatever is feeding you on the other side is, but it's not our God that's on the other side of that that's giving you what you want. Our God says you have to work hard. You can't make us, you know what I mean? You can't tell the whole world to go pray to this death angel and all your dreams will come true. That's not how any God works, and you're going to have any godly person on your back telling you that's not how it works. Even those of us that serve Christ, he does not answer such prayers. That's just not how it is, because God gave us the ability to create a great life. All we have to do is have a great mindset, and that's what all practitioners will teach you. That's what's not foreign language in all of these books. It's about overcoming the mind and the flesh desire. So if you're praying to something to fill your flesh desires, you must know that's not of God. And if it's working, then you should be aware that, you know, something is feeding your desires, and that's temptation, and that cannot be good. Oh no, I'll figure it out. I'll see what the fuck is over there juicing you. But not right now. Where are we today? Well, we're answering the call to, these cards are brand new. Leadership. Answer the call. Number 8. Well, that's what God always asks me to do, is be the better person. Lead by example. Show them. Why do I gotta be the good guy or the bad guy? That's what I always feel like. Making me be a bad guy. He's asking me to be right in places where everybody thinks it's wrong. You see that right there? It's called the light bearer. We bear the light. So that's what it means to be a light worker. You're an expression of God's light here on earth. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Which is what? His wisdom, his teachings, his, you know what I mean? You're a missionary and, you know, for God. In essence, I'm a missionary in Jesus Christ. I'm here teaching the Christ consciousness, but I include all forms of, religion. It's the one religion. Card 8 is linked to the planet Saturn. Oh my God, Becky. Saturn is what? Cronus pushes your limits. It's all that bullshit. Really? That comes tomorrow on a Saturn day, but we're in between the energy, which concerns duty, responsibility, security, and discipline, all qualities needed for good leadership. To be a leader means to be open to the opportunity that always will come knocking. It means being prepared to welcome change and growth and each adventure as part of a new life's long journey. Leadership often entails entering uncharted territory and creating a new path for others who will follow in your wake. To be asked to be a leader by Metatron requires faith in that you will always walk these steps, but that you will do so with his light burning bright beside you. The darkness diminishes, and all that can be seen, I'm getting a download, is blazing. Geez, I'm getting a huge download. Hold on. What'd you see? I saw my computer. I saw me pull it out, and then I saw like the connection to the fucking to everything, to the matrix, but in a weird digital way. He always talks in kaleidoscopes, which is lines connecting to dots, and then it's like this real fast connection, and then you step back and you see this big old picture, and that's what all that is. That's Metatron up there. You see that? You probably don't. You see Metatron's cube up there? That's him. The interconnection of all things, how all things are woven together. It's a terrible language. You have to wait. Just when you start seeing that, like shapes and lines and stuff, you got to just sit, dude. Let it formulate. It's like sitting there watching water boil. You're like, what is this? What is this picture? It's like watching the slowest artist ever draw a picture. It's like Pictionary, and he looks back at you after every stroke. I don't know what that is, and then he puts a color on it. I don't know what that is. Can you just, what the fuck is this? Really? I spent all summer there with him. Anyways, I just want you to know that's how it works. The darkness diminishes, and all that can be seen in the blazing trail ahead into your higher self has already agreed has already agreed to long before you incarnated. We said we were going to do this shit, and that's why we're being called to do this shit. What's calling us? Our hearts? Nobody outside wants us to do it, and we don't want to do it either. It's an inner knowing. It's our contracts. We got to do this shit. It's stupid. Really? Yeah. It's said that leaders are not made but born, and this is true. And yet, for those of you who struggle with leadership, realize that with Metatron, you are offered a chance of rebirth, a chance to become a figurehead and an inspiration to others. I told you, he is the one that inspires the founding fathers who were the beginning of science, medicine, agriculture, fucking architecture. He gives you the revolutionary thoughts. I'm so serious. He started astronomy, everything. He gives you the pieces, the building blocks. All of the philosophers, all the scientists, all the greatest minds. He expands it. And I'll be sitting there with a joint in my hand trying to fucking, you know what I mean, listening to gangster music, trying to really figure out what the fuck is going on in this very scientific realm. And I'm like feeling sorry for him that he's stuck with such a putz like me. But that's what it is. He takes the most basic minds and masters them. He expands it. He puts expansion into your brain. Dude, when he touched my temple, my fucking face and like my whole face inflared. And later came the visions. It's hard to see what he's trying to show you. But he's trying to show you how to be a leader in a different field and by nothing more than one vision. They can't do much, but he's really great about it. He'll give you the vision, but while he's building it, he's showing you how it comes together. He gives you the little pieces and you can't see it until he gives you the bigger vision. By the time you have the picture, you're ready to run with it because you've already seen how all these pieces come together. It's like watching someone put together a puzzle, but you don't know what the big picture is until they've done it. So you're watching them, like my daughter. My daughter has a way of doing puzzles that it's probably how everybody does puzzles. But she starts to put together the pieces, and it's like you don't see the big picture until it's all together and you've seen how they did it. So then they break it up and they're like, now it's your turn. They're like, okay, I can do this. What did you do? I can do this. I remember how you said to do this. You said put this with this, right? Right? And that's where it is. He walks you through the whole steps of it.
Mom,
Yeah.
we should go to Las Vegas for the summer.
Fucking Vegas in the summer sounds terrible.
No, but it's pools and swimming.
Dude, you can go to pools and swimming anywhere
Also,
in
my
the summer.
boyfriend's gonna be there.
Okay, now let's be honest. Why don't you just be honest? Don't be
Because
trying
you're
to
never gonna
bullshit
let
me and
me
say,
do that.
I want to go to Vegas in the summer to meet my boyfriend. When's he going in the summer?
July.
That's super fucking summertime. During what? Like for 4th of July?
Just to like hang out, I guess, because their mom wanted honeymoon. They have to bring the kids with.
Oh, okay. So let me manifest this. Let's
Let's
tell
go.
God. You don't tell me, you tell God, and you plant the seed through me, and God can make shit work. Why? Because I'm all abundant. All right. Anyways, going back to it. It is said that leaders are not made but born, and it's true. And yet, for those of you who struggle with leadership, realize that with Metatron, you have a chance of rebirth, a chance to become a figurehead and an inspiration to others. Who do you think came to Kanye and told him to build those churches? Who gave him the idea to that bullshit, bro? It's not so much about what you do. It has to do with how you are. Your light goes out in front of you and others become aware of it, even if they don't understand it or realize the impact it can have on anyone who sees, feels, or touches it. You may make a difference each day by just being you. The key in this card highlights that that there are many doorways still and present or still to present themselves in your life. You will know which one to open, which one to walk away from, which doorways are for others to walk through. And that's where it is too, is you'll know this isn't for me, bro. You need to go down this. This is for you. And that even goes back to that bitch. You know, B was out there trying to share her light, her, you know what I mean, her abundance, her knowledge, her wisdom. Hey girl, you could better your life by going to school and they'll give you a computer and you could get all set up and they'll even give you some extra money, which sounds like a basic fucking commercial on every fucking TV, right? But the chick wasn't listening and I was. And that's really what it is like, and I told her, she's not listening, but I am. She's not going to walk down this path, but I want to hear what you have to say. It might not be for her, but I'm listening. You know what I mean? She might not qualify for some shit, but I'm listening. And that's really what it is this isn't for me. And that goes back to these men. I actually pitied her. But whatever. I was never equipped to stick by Russ's side and be that chick. The very thought of it made my fucking skin crawl. And then, you know what I mean? That was not my door. The door's wide open, girlfriend. You can lock it behind you. For real, nobody's coming knocking from this side. Really? I mean, no. And that's where you realize this isn't for me. I'm not the one. This isn't for me. Ropes of purple and crimson. Oh God, I can hear it. Crimson and clover. Oh, sorry, they be singing. Crimson red are worn by those who have earned the wisdom to wear them. With such wisdom comes, I'm seeing those women. Do you know those women that wear the purple hats? It's an elite squad of of women. I said I was going to just kind of sneak in with them one year. I was going to try to sneak in, just dress up and see if I could fit in with them. Really? You never seen them out in public in restaurants or anything? You need to get out more often. It's a high societal club of these elderly women that dress up in purple and red. I think they're called the purple. What? Where is Amelia? She would know. I'm serious. It's a real thing. Yeah, I've seen them so many times. It's cooler than seeing the Mary Kay fucking Cadillac drive by. All right. Anyway, sorry. Where is this? Purple and red. Something. Where are we? I lost my spot. Can you bring me back? Oh yeah. With such wisdom coming from many lifetimes from before this one you experience now. Leadership is not a lonely place with Metatron at your side. His beacon flame is given to those who he knows he can trust to do his work. spread his energy and transformation on this planet. Those whom are asked to help will have been sent to you and are already correct vibrational fit. Hey, I have
There's
a,
no freaking trash can.
oh yeah, there's one right there, down there. I was gonna ask you, do you know the name of those ladies that wear the purple hats and they're all dressed in red? Never mind. I thought you would know. Anyways, they're a vibrational fit for what you have to impart to them. Truly, leaders are teachers who pass on knowledge, but are mainly here to remind each person they meet of what already lies dormant within them. I always say that is like I'm just going to confirm what you already know that you're not listening to. In Metatron's army of light, many leaders are needed for those from different backgrounds, life experiences, creeds, ages, and races. You are only one, um, you are one who has been called. All that are asked in this, all that is asked is that you say yes, and that the beacon will be lit in your honor and given to you. Take no baggage with you, no preconceived ideas, expectations, or hopes, just yourself and your light. That all that you need for whatever you are asked to be done, be. And say in this role, you signed up for this and you are ready. Soul contracts. Yeah, I'm here to guide people into the dark night of the soul. I am the leader of the 144,000. I guide them into the ascension, but into the dark night of the soul. I am your guide through there. I hold the light. I teach you what's in there, and that's me as the goddess of the moon. I'm the beginning of the gateway to God. And that's what you have to do. I tell you all the time, fuckers. You have to go through your moon energy to get into the planets. And that's where they rule. I rule the moon, which is over what? The mind and emotions, your psyche and your feelings. I'm the connection between the two. And I teach you how to connect to both and how to be led by the heart, but how the mind gets in the way. Really? Yeah, all of us will teach something, though. I'm not a tarot teacher. I teach you through tarot, but I'm not a tarot teacher. I teach all of that's what I teach through all methods. I can take anything and teach you the ascension from through what you're going through to get to God. Through your dark times and your hardships, I can teach you how to see God in all things. That's what I do, mostly. That's what I'm called to do. Each of us are called to do something else. That's it. All I'm called to do in this life is teach people how to deal with their fucked up feelings and their fucked up thoughts while I deal with my own. Really? It's not much. It's not really, you know what I mean? I thought I would be, but in that's what people need the most. People are dying from fucked up thoughts and fucked up feelings. I'm one of the most important elite members of God's army. And really, why? Because I'm the host of fucked up feelings and fucked up thoughts. I know how you feel. I felt like that. I know exactly how you feel. I've been there. I've done that. I felt that. I feel it. I feel it. And I'll rage up with you, but then I'll bring you to the light through it. I will validate your feelings 100,000%. I'm not going to deny you your feelings. I'm just going to redirect them. And that's what we do. You're not supposed to deny your feelings. The rest of the world has. You're not supposed to deny your thoughts. I am literally going to highlight every one of your intrusive thoughts and fucking dormant feelings inside of you so that you can bring them to the light with forgiveness, love, compassion, kindness, and understanding in the Christ way. Ta-da! Really? Yeah. That's what it is. It's like, oh, you woke up the dark goddess to do some light work. Some bullshit. Realistically, I mean, I couldn't be dark forever, could I? All right, that's the same with you. I mean, wake up, wake up. It's almost the first of your life. Hey, you guys going with me to the Bone concert on 110, which is basically another portal. That whole weekend's a portal. This whole fucking thing is a portal. Really? Yeah. Porta potty. We're getting sucked down the tubies of life. And that's where we went into Sheila Nagig straight through her vulva. We're being reborn. That means we're taking new life. We're going through the fucking vaginal. I didn't see a dick in this. How the fuck did this happen? I didn't get no dick out of this. Dick Van Dyke is what I heard. My Holy Spirits are stupid as fuck. Well, let's see. I still really wanted to pull some. If we pull some shady shit, bro, I'm taking the day off. Really? I'm tired of your fucking, realistically, I'm like, I just tell you that's all I do is deal with fucked up thoughts and feelings. And I'm like, I was about to say, I'm tired of your fucked up thoughts and your fucked up feelings. Can't we just have a non-fucked up fucking day? Nope. Welcome to hell on earth. That's where I teach you to be all living and lighty about it. What am I doing? I watched a great movie. I cleaned my house. I fucking self-cared the shit out of myself. All I need is a happy meal and a nap. And probably another movie. Really? Dude, what the fuck? I'm so mad at these cards. First I saw the fucking Nine of Swords, and what fell on the floor? The Liars. Fucking Loki. Fucking Seven of Swords. We're regressing, guys. We're regressing. We're supposed to go, we went 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Now we're in the 7 of Swords. Jesus Christ almighty. What is it bringing up? Your lies. You guys are lying. Fucking liars. Deception. Fucking cheating and shit. All right, let's see. This does actually have to do with the dark night of the soul, which is your denial. You're denying yourself. My kids are present. Bobby, I'm not going to talk dirty to you, but I know you're denying yourself a good time. Can you imagine? He thinks about it all the time when he's away. He's like, when I get back, I'm going to fuck the shit out of that girl. Then he gets here and he can't. Sorry. I mean, there you are, lying to your wife and yourself. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not lying. No lie, no lie, no lie. Yeah. Where's my book? No lie. Where's my book? Really? I'm serious. Where's my book? Is it under here? Ta-da! Come on, this sucks. Fucking Loki. Let me tell you this story. I don't really want to. 5 of Cups. We're in some shit ass energy. Son of a monkey. I'm not. You are. I'm in Victory. Who is this? It's really Loki, bro. It's Loki. In this story, it's Loki. Really? Yeah. I am Loki, the trickster, the sly one, the originator of deceit. This is all about lying. This card is about a trickster or the sneaky thief and denotes deception, betrayal, and hidden dishonor. Have you been hiding, trying to get away with something unethical? Have you, Bobby? I have too. I've been trying to get away with this. I mean, we've gotten away with it, but no longer. And that's where it is. Nope, we're not going to get away with this any longer. Either we get caught or we tell on each other. So this is it. Perhaps you are kidding yourself that you are a lone wolf who follows his own course, but sooner or later, you're going to need other people. If you're really innocent of the above, you could be a victim of someone else's duplicity. Beware of swindlers, thieves, and con men. Be careful whom you trust, as competitors and even colleagues may have their own agenda. This will be shown by the surrounding cards. You will have to be quick and clever to come up on top. You know, there's always these people. Really? Yeah, what do you think they do all day? They sit there like the fucking tarot community. They don't know how to read cards. They don't have a divine connection. They sit all day trying to take my information. Like, fucking magnetize yourself. She tries to do these videos about the divine feminine awakening, but she's not awakening because she's not facing the challenges. So you can't get to that awakening. You awaken more as you overcome the challenges each day. But they don't do them. So they come over here and they, even Russ is writing a song about this as we speak because I told Marshall he could. So he's like, oh, I can. No, Loki, I wasn't talking to you, dummy. You couldn't write a song to save your life, but you're sure going to try to tell my story like you always do because you ain't got no story. You're over there fucking making fucking cinnamon buns with your fucking, with your future wife. That was good. That was a really good redirect. High five, everyone. High five. High five. Kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. We're doing good. High five. That was good. Oh, that was good. That was good. Einhorn was a man. I'm having these great moments in time. Okay. Oh, I've come so far. Oh. I'm going to buy you a wedding gift, my friend. I wish you a long and happy future. Moving forward. Do you want me to babysit Bobby for your anniversary? All right, it kind of went not so kind. All right, bring it back. It's more my kind. Such a dark bitch. All right, perhaps you have slipped into doing something you don't really want to do because it's easier than saying no. Hey, that's where it is. Sure, I'll give you a blowjob. Why not? ah, every woman has had to do that with their man or have to do something. And it's like, that's what Sheila Nagig was highlighting. It's like, and that can be to you men. They're like, they tell your bitch ass to go to Walmart. All right, I'll go. Where the fuck did I tell that bitch I would go? It's all about setting boundaries, bro. You ain't got no boundaries. You're a people pleaser. You please. Please, please, please. You need to make an honest assessment of where you stand, deciding what you really want and what you don't. You may find it a relief to simply abandon things you have lost interest in. Abandon ship. Throw them over. They have no use. Really? Yeah, get rid of them. They're just an empty mouth to feed. They have no descendants. They're of no use. Get rid of them. Wait. We can use their flesh. It's such a dark. I should write dark diaries. Oh, that is Bridget Jones' diary. All right, so we're dealing with liars and cheats, and we're in denial and we're lying. What's spiritual work? Boundaries. Fights. Oh, we're going to war, huh? Let me sharpen my sword here. I told you we are completely regressing. Really? I mean, and that's what happens in the tower is you regress in order to progress. You take one step forward only to take how many cards back? We go from the 7 to 5. Where are you back at? Defeat. This isn't going to work out. I just want to read it out of this book. Really? Why? Because it's funny. The whole thing is, I went to 3 of Cups. That's where we were supposed to be. Friendship, support, and happiness. Can't have that with low vibrational people. All right, where's the swords? There we go. 7. Deception, gossip, theft. Someone is being sneaky or dishonest about something. Or is it you? Conversely, this card may serve as a warning that something isn't quite right. Take a second look. The 7 of Swords is impatience and a lack of trust. Now, the 5 is arguments, disputes, and conflict. Be careful of stepping on others to get your way in a dispute. Or maybe you're the one that's being thrown under the bus. Or have lost in a competition. This card reminds you to pick your battles wisely. Reverse possibility, integrity, resilience, and reconcile. I don't know about that. I'm like, I don't know about that. In mine, it says defeat, disappointment, or loss. This card is about consequences. You may have been arrogant and selfishly pursuing your own desires. It can also be about consequences of violence, and that might is right. Somebody could have bullied or injured you. This could be a boss, parent, blah, blah, blah. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop giving your power away to that person. Let's see. The reverse, you've been wallowing in the feeling of disappointment after a setback. You're blaming everyone around you, but the only person defeating you is you. Swallow your pride, reach out to the people you've argued with, and try to find a solution. Quarrels may be solved with negotiation. Well, that's that reconcile, I guess. This is a card that ends the twin flame separation. Is that true? I don't know. I will accept your apology. I'm funny. I'm super funny. What's the fucking ending of this bullshit? Oh, there it goes again. The 3 of Cups, bro. It keeps popping up. It popped up in my other thing. We're supposed to be in a happy snappy. This will make it snappy. It's not so snappy. Why? Because free will. I don't want to go say sorry. You want to go play with your friends? No, they're not my friends. Connect with your friends and support system. Lean into your relationships and celebrate each other. Meeting new friends. Reverse possibility is solidarity, FOMO, growing apart. I mean, I love my solidarity. I said that earlier. I love to spend my time alone. It's actually dangerous. And that's what God doesn't like. He doesn't like anyone to be so happy without him. feel like you're very selfish, God. Why can't I just hang out by myself? I was being a little over dramatic about that yesterday. I was talking about like, what am I supposed to do when I bring you over to my house? Like, how do I entertain you and stuff? Obviously, that's giving it too much thought, and things are just supposed to flow freely, and it's not even that serious. Like, what do you do in your house? Like, what does anybody do in their house? Realistically, I was kind of talking about that, and well, we can read it out of here, I suppose, because we didn't yesterday. Three of Swords. God, stop going backwards. Go forwards in your feelings. I mean, but that's the progress, right? You have to go back to know where they come from. So you really have to go through, relive all these layers. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like, damn, I thought I was so healed. And then you got to go all the way back and go through all of the levels. Every tower is the same tower. You have to repeat the same levels of the magnum opus, which is going through all of these fucked up thoughts, all the fucked up feelings. You got to do all the same work. It's a fucking, after you know the program, you get with the program. But the program is, it's like, it's a routine. The magnum opus of alchemizing thoughts and feelings is a routine, and there's no way to do it without going through each of the steps every single time. I like to zoom through them, but apparently we're not. We're going backwards so that we can go forwards. We need to review all of these lessons in order to go forward. Makes sense. At the end of the year, we're taking like a finals or some shit. Fucking final destination. All right, where am I at? Three of Cups. Four. Well, it's better than that one. Jesus Christ almighty. Suggest a happy conclusion. This relates to pregnancy, birth, engagements, marriage, a new job, or qualifications, settling a disagreement, a reunion, there you go again, recovery of illness, or the completion of a successful project. This may mean spiritual celebrations when you leave your problems behind for a while and enjoy yourself with people you care about. You will find joy in the company of others. You may be helped by joining a supportive group or working towards a common goal. The sense of community and caring this creates will help you grow spiritually. The reverse suggests relationships have failed. You may feel that a friend has let you down, or it could be a romance or marriage has ended. I mean, I just feel the closure, not a failure. Failure is a mindset. It comes with negative feelings. Really? That's just Kobe, go talk to Kobe about failure. You may feel left out of cliques, that certain crowds is gossiping about you, or that you are pressurized to conform to ideas of a group you belong to against your better judgment. You may be working so hard that you have no time for friends and fun, even though your work is unsatisfying with few creative opportunities. Don't lose touch with friends or neglect your family. Ta-da! Well, that's ugly. It is what it is. We'll just go through it. Lead by example. I'm going back to where we started with Metatron. He'll guide us. God guides us straight into unusual waters and deep battles. But he'll get us through it, and we'll have to battle our way through this until we understand what we're even battling. Really, it's just ourselves and not our lack of understanding of what we're dealing with. Really. As far as the, just looking at it at first glance, I always take all the cards as internally. I don't want to say that there's somebody outside of you fucking lying and fighting with you and shit, but realistically, they probably are, because our internal world reflects on our external world. Really? So saying that there's people outside of us being liars is we're not being truthful. Rather than running around saying you're not being truthful, let's see what we're not being truthful about. Let's put this card on us, right? Rather than saying, oh, there's somebody out there out to lie to us and out to get us. Let's be realistic about how untruthful we are to the people outside of us and how we might be trying to get over on them by not being truthful with them rather than projecting it, right? The Five of Swords talks about defeat, where these behaviors are not working. It heralds a loss. And even if you think it worked, it didn't. That's what that means. It's like you're not going to feel so good about this after the fact. You know what I mean? And that's where it shows this over here. It's like, you're the only one standing because you cut everybody's throat so that you could be on top. And now you're just sitting there with a fucking foul fucking smell. And it's like you cheated to win, and you won, but in your cheating, everybody else is gone. Nobody's going to stand behind you after what you did. That's what that means. And that really has to be with, facing it. And if you can face this, then you can, stand tall amongst your friends and family and explain it. There was this guy that got in my car. I was doing Lyft, and he had his phone call on speakerphone, and he was talking to this girl, and he's like, she said, so and so was talking about you. She said, yeah. And she's like, yeah, she said that you fucking stole all this shit and you did all this shit. And then he, instead of saying yes or no to what he did, I listened to the conversation. He's like, well, what you think? What else did she say? He never admitted or denied what he was accused of. So in my car, I knew right away he was already guilty of it. And he hangs up the phone, and I tell him, I don't even know this guy. You're paying me for this ride, and I'm about to fucking give you the business. And I do it. You didn't know you was about to get this business in my car. I was like, hey, bro, I couldn't help it over here. And I was like, whatever you did, own up to it now, because lying only makes it worse. You know what you did, and so does God, and so does the person. It's better to just stand on the truth than to keep up a lie. Forgiveness is given by the truth. Nobody's going to forgive you for being a liar. That's all I said to him. It's like, we do shit, and we don't want to admit to that shit because we're afraid of what the consequence is to tell the truth. And that comes from a young fucking age, bro, that we weren't allowed to make mistakes. We weren't allowed to break rules. We weren't allowed to do things. And if we do something and it has a bad effect, then we're definitely going to hide it. But in that moment of hiding the bad effect that we got ourselves in, we don't have anyone to get us out because we're sitting there hiding with our own secret of trouble. We're in trouble, and we're trying to hide the trouble from other people. And this trouble is getting us deeper into trouble by hiding it. It's like, oh God, he's in deep. Bobby's in deep shit. The longer he hides it, the deeper he goes in. The more resentful she'll be about this. That's anyone. The more you know what I mean? The more you hide it and lie about it, bro. And you think that you're winning, but you're not. Who won? Who wins in this, Bobby? Did you get what you wanted? Do I get what I want? Does she get what she wants? Or you run around saying the kids got what they want? What the fuck is going on right now? I don't know. That's where it is. It's like, let's not call other people this and see what we had to do with this. What role we played in this. You know what I mean? Who we're lying about. And that's really what it is. I was denying what I wanted for a long time. I've been honest and true about that. And that definitely causes my defeat. Somehow, dude, just being honest about what I want blows up in my face. And I said it since the beginning. I was like, if you want to push away lovers, just tell them how much you really want to love them. You want to, you know what I mean? That's it. It's like, be honest about it and watch how fast the fakers run. And it's not a bad thing. It's like, damn, I really wanted a relationship. And then they run away from you and you're like, well, fuck. That sucks. You can't make a person want what you want. But at least you know what I mean? You stood on your fucking business, and you might not have got what you want, but you didn't settle for what you didn't want. Yeah, we're still highlighting relationships on a Friday, but that could be with anything. And that could be your job and shit too. That could be anything that you're not being honest and true about. That's the card of deceit. We can say that someone's lying to us, or we can just really look at where are we lying to ourselves in our life and who are we lying to about this. That's what I totally posted. You're with a false person because they validate your falsehood. Really? Yeah. Hey, I'll catch you guys later. Um, all of that, I don't know. Try to lead by example. Try to, you know what I mean? Let that calling be and, walk away. Going back to Metatron, it's like this is the beginning of it. I teach you all of the different layers of the light beings and all of the magic and all of the darkness. We went through Santa Muerte too. I can teach you all layers of God, but the most important is what I teach you all the time, and that's the layers of your being, which is the most important is your mental and emotional being. I can't get you into your astral being. I can't get you into your light body. I can't get you into these higher states of conscious until we work through your conscious state of being, where you are consciously right now, which is locked in your thoughts and your feelings. And so my job is to keep taking off layers of mine in hopes that it triggers you in some fucked up feelings and memories. And by hearing how I did it, you start doing it. You cannot access the fifth dimension until you deal with your third dimensional fucking space. And what's holding you is your mind and your emotions. Once you break that, you're right into the fourth dimension. What's in the fourth dimension? Spirits, the spirit realm. Really? I can help you once you get into all that. I swear to you, I can teach you all kinds of fucking telepathy, all kinds of crazy shit. But the most important shit I'm trying to teach you right now is the psychological shit that you have to do with your memories and your programming. You have to change your way of thinking in order to access these new levels of thinking. You're never going to, again, you have to have a belief system so big that you can take in any information and process it. It's not a no, it's a possibility. Until you can prove it's a no, it's a yes. That's what it means to have an inventor's idea, inventor's mindset, but also just to be completely high vibrational with all possibilities of the oneness. You should not have a limiting mindset that you can't do this, whatever this may be. Now, what are these things? The things that your heart calls you to are the most difficult, right? And that's dealing with it. And it's like you can't get all of this. You can't even become magical without dealing with what's standing in front of your magic. Your magnetic field, what you're giving off is what you're getting back, and it's coming from your mind. You're going to keep suffering and experiencing hardships until you understand why you're experiencing the hardships. You don't have to. If you could just stop the train of thought and go back and look back at where you came from and what brought you here, take a moment to try to think about where you think you're going. But I promise you that picture is going to disappear real quick when you start realizing you've got old thinking patterns. Why was I thinking that? Why did I think this would ever work? Why did I want to do this with my life? Why did I even do this? Understand. And that's the self-actualization. There's a lot to be done here. And it starts with just that. Not putting shit outside of you, but putting it on. Trying it on and questioning how this feels. And that's the mirror. I'm not going to call someone else a liar today. What am I lying about? Who have I lied to? What am I denying? What truths am I holding back? What part of me am I not being honest about with other people? What battles have I lost doing this? And that's really what it is. And when you get to this, you probably need some support while you're going through this. I've had some soul searching moments and I realized, I just need to change some things in my life. I've seen the error in my ways and I'm just not, I haven't really been truthful and honest with myself and with others. That's it. What does that look like to you? I don't know. I'm just haven't been an authentic expression. I feel like I'm doing everything to please other fucking people. And I've never really done anything that was pleasing to myself. And any of my failed attempts doesn't seem to please anybody else nor myself. That's what that conversation might look like to your friends or family. You know what I mean? That's really it. It's like, this didn't work out so well. A loss, the Five of Swords defeat, this didn't work out how I thought it would. But let me look back and see all the training and what I did learn from that. I learned how to clean a gun. I learned how to, you know what I mean? Learned how to lace my boots. I learned how to stand tall. I learned how to stand in the storm. You know what I mean? With through a storm. I learned a lot. And that's what it is what do you take with it? You didn't take the victory. The victory is the experience and the knowledge and wisdom you can take to fight your next battle. Otherwise, if you didn't take that experience, the victory of the knowledge and wisdom, you'll find another battle and have face the same losses. Really? But it was a victorious one, and now we just sit in it. Again, I was hoping that it would change and would be more upbeat, but it's not. It's a Friday thing. I'm okay. I'm gonna get me a Happy Meal and move on from there. We'll see what the Friday night we start. I don't know. Usually on Friday nights and Saturday nights, I pull out these dark teachings. We already started with Santa Muerte. That's really, I'm telling you, probably one of the darkest things I got down here. At this point, yeah, I mean, I have the whole dark arts, I have the demons, I have the black, all of that. But that's danger, danger. Hey, I mean, God will protect us and all, as long as you know that you're taking God in there with you. You're going into the dark realms of man's mind, a man made God that is capable of consumption. Really? I mean, I guess that's how you look at the devil. It's going to get us. What is this? If you wouldn't have attached him to Lucifer, I might have questioned his existence. But because you gave Lucifer, I was like, no, this isn't real. This isn't real. That's why I was like, where's this devil? And then you said every fucking fallen angel was the devil. I was like, you're confused. Mankind is completely confused. They don't even know who they're praying to. And that's what goes on with this Santa Muerte. What is it? You're praying to the darkness and you're being fed something from the darkness. But you know what I mean? There's a price to pay. You're not asking. I mean, listen to what this lady said, her famous story. She said that her son was charged for her crimes and was locked up. So she went and prayed harder, and then he was released. Does God do that? I'm looking at Paul. Nobody broke Paul out of jail. Nobody pulled Jesus off the cross. Nobody has gotten R. Kelly out of jail yet. I say yet because I'm going to do that. At one point, I'll be in a position where I can stand in front of authority and ask for his, for them to sign over his, his being to me for rehabilitation. I would have proven myself as that successful where they would take a chance to release him under my care. Really? I would have proven myself that successful to get him released. But until then, it's like, no, that's not what God does. Nobody got fucking, Nobody, there's so many innocent people sitting in jail right now. Why are they there? Because they're lights in the dark. If there wasn't good people in jail, then it would be nothing but hurt people in jail. And they'd all hurt themselves. You ever been to jail? Oh my God. No Penis Colinas in San Diego. It's a women's facility. Oh my goodness, those women. Yeah, I went to jail a couple times. I was part of the drug world. Anyways, good things happen to, I wouldn't even say bad things. What happened to Jesus? Jesus was a great person that was, persecuted to the furthest degree of his, of conviction. For what? Blasphemy, for believing in God. That goes back to the witches. They were fucking burned to flesh, raped and burned and fucking everything because of their beliefs. Where are we now? Same thing, bro. They will persecute you. They will kill you for your beliefs. Crazy shit as it may be. Yeah. So I just want you to understand that, like, that's not very godly. I'm not denying this. I'm not denying that if you pray to this thing, something will happen. I'm telling you, you're going to be running around like that guy thinking that you're cursed and that this thing is out to get you. I've seen it. I've seen it. He came to me and now I know why. Well, yeah, you pray to it and you promise it that you'll, you make an exchange, you know what I mean? But this isn't God. You say the same thing to God. Oh, God, I promise if you get me out of this, I'll be a good person. Then he gets you out and you're not a good person. And he still is forgiving. Whatever the fuck you promised that thing, no. We've heard about this. They went and they invocated some, some spirit to come attack you or something. You prayed to it and you said that you would do everything to it if it would do this one thing for you. It did the one thing, and now you're not holding up your part of the bargain. And now this thing is out to get you. And you come running to a person like me. She's out to get me. What's out to get you? And that's what I told him. If there is darkness on you, naturally it would be called to me because I'm the dark goddess. Why? I mean, because I'm the mother of the darkness. What have you done? And that's really it. It's like, what have they done? What have you done? What can I do? I mean, what you have to atone to your sins. You have to stand before God and tell him what you did. That little pact that you made with her, you have to come clean in the name of Jesus Christ and be judged by man for what you've done. We all have to stand against the judgment of man. But in Christ, we're forgiven. We have to atone for what we've done. We've done criminal acts and we've gotten away with it. No, we haven't. That's karma. The truth will be known, bro. You're not getting away with this. The world's going to know what you've done. And that's justice in all terms, bro. It's like, I may have got away with it in other lives, but you're hearing it now, straight out of the horse's mouth. I didn't get away with shit. I'm suffering for it in my next life. I've been suffering for this for every life. Just as you guys said, just in your books, you will suffer an eternity of hell. I've been suffering for this, but now he's given me a chance to get it right, just like you guys. Or you can suffer another lifetime and many lifetimes, every lifetime for all eternity until you get this right. That's the glory of Jesus. The door is open in his name. You have another chance. You're forgiven. You're allowed to learn from your mistakes and walk as a better person and try to teach those that are walking in your foul footprints how to walk differently. And that's the leadership role. I was dirty. I was the dirtiest of the dirty, but I was made clean. And I'm here, not as a hypocrite, but as a guide. Really? Yeah. And that's what it is. I'm in the lowest levels of hell, but everybody's in hell. Doesn't matter where you are in your fucking ascension, bro. I'm trying to teach you how to get on the road, which is, it doesn't matter what you're suffering from. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It's all the same work. It's the same process for every human being to sit down and do this work through your thoughts and through your feelings. Really? Yeah. And you're going to feel all these thoughts and you're going to feel all these different ways when you deal with these thoughts, regardless to whatever thoughts you're harboring. The feelings come with it. They're invoked by thoughts. Feelings are a reflection of images or an impression of the images that come into us. If we walked around blindfolded all day, we wouldn't feel anything. It's the excitement of what we see, what we smell, what we feel, the senses. It creates feelings, right? And that's that whole thing. You're not scared unless you look down, right? You're walking across that, and that creates the vision of down makes you fearful. The vision of this person makes you fearful. And that's what it is. It's like, and that's what Jesus said, in the book. It's like, if your eyes make you sin, then rip them out. If every time you look at a girl, you want to do something to her, then stop looking at women. Don't look upon God's women like that as a force that you can just, do whatever you wish to them. There's somebody's child that you're looking upon. And if the man is dead, he's looking upon you with that as you're adjusting your fly to his daughter. Realistically, stuff like that. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Whatever your religion, your creed, whatever it is. Whatever your fucking ethnicity, whatever your age, it doesn't matter. I can teach anyone this. Who's going to sit down and deal with it, though? All you have to do is get through your thoughts and your feelings. And then you can reconnect with your soul. And after that, you really wouldn't need much of me unless you're dealing with more hard thoughts and feelings, or you're dealing with angels or entities that you're not familiar with. Other than that, you're not going to need me. After that, you're on your own. You're back in God's hands. There, you've got your guides. You'll be able to talk to dead people. You'll be able to recognize God and the voice of God within your heart. And you don't need me. You're on your own adventure. You're your own leader now. I'm just supposed to lead you through this, through the tip. Oh, Russ, what constitutes the tip, Russ? For you, the whole thing. I love you guys. I gotta go. Lunchtime and all. Laters, haters. Oops, wrong button.